It's my friend's clock, and it has a Regula 72 movement, and this is his clock, and it's huge. It's like 2.5 feet in length, or bigger. But you see how they put the music box? They put a couple blocks of wood out. It's almost like a 2x4. That's how big this inside of this case is. Is they use the regular 72 movements for huge clocks like this, or they use for an 8-day clock, or it's a regular 71 or 701 or regular 702 movements for huge clocks like these. And this thing is huge. The topper itself, it looks like a deer staring at you. And you see how they carved out the little doors for the little man's head to go through? There's a lot of space in this thing. Very cool clock. This is a clock, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful clock. Every time I video chat with my friend, he has this clock right above his head, and there's the topper for it. And my buddy is 6'3", and that's how massive that clock is. It is freaking huge. It's a beautiful, beautiful clock.
It's time to service it. It's been up there 7 years, so I took it down to clean it and service it.
Yeah, time to service it.
Yeah.
This is without the topper, so you have to understand when you add the topper to it, you're adding a lot more, but it's about 30 inches from the crown to the bottom of the hunter's back. And this movement is a 72L, which means it was made in 79, 99, or 2019. This clock was not made in 79 because the movement, being an 8-day movement, is still in working order. I believe it was made in 99 myself. A clock like this today, if you were to order it, a hunter's clock, a hunter's musical clock on the web pages in this size, you're looking at around 12 to 15 grand. The last time that I was on their website, these clocks were extremely expensive. Here's a 44-inch musical 8-day after the hunter's cuckoo clock. Regular price of $8,107. Right now, $57.91, free shipping. And it has a video, so we're going to watch the video. Do you see him turn those hands backwards?
No.
I do not recommend doing that. Stay in the habit of turning the hands frontwards. If you turn the hands backwards while the clock is cuckooing, you will bend things. But it is a beautiful clock. It's made by Robert Herr. Not for sure if they're related to Herbert Herr. Here's my friend's great big huge clock. He's 6'3", and that's how big that clock is. It's humongous. And that hangs on his wall, and every time him and I video chat, that's the background.
Service time today.
Yeah, it was service time. It's got that Regula 72 pain in the butt movement in it. As long as they work great. But when they don't work, they're a pain in the butt to figure it out. There's that same clock back on the wall. And these are what? 7-foot ceilings?
They're 8 foot.
8-foot ceilings? And so you could see, compared to that German regulator clock over there, and that Seth Thomas number 2 clock over there, the size of that cuckoo clock. It is freaking huge. That's all there is to it. And that clock right next to it, the 3D design clock to the right of it, that is a huge clock, but not compared to this one. And several people have offered him good money for this clock, and not yet.
Not yet.